Man, some really unfortunate news went down in Milwaukee when Damian Lillard suffered a blood clot scare, and he's going to be out indefinitely. And if Dame is not playing in the 2025 playoffs, we are going to get robbed yet again of a Dame Giannis playoff run for the Milwaukee Bucks since they acquired him a few off seasons ago. Because last year, they were both injured. Dame was playing through an injury, and Giannis didn't even play at all in their series loss in round 1 to the Indiana Pacers. And this year, the Bucks without Damian Lillard, I'm not really sure how far they can go in the Eastern Conference. If they play the Knicks in round 1, who they haven't had much success against this year with Dame and Giannis, Indiana and Detroit, I think can give them a run for their money and definitely beat them. And you're looking at the future of this Milwaukee Bucks team. Obviously, Giannis Antetokounmpo, there's always the potential that he could ask out, and you never have to trade him. He is under contract, and he has been there for 12 years. He may look at this roster. You don't have a great young core. Dame is getting older. Brook Lopez is getting older. Some of these guys are free agents. I think the Kyle Kuzma pickup hasn't really aged the best. They don't have any draft capital. What's the future here in Milwaukee? And in that you're not a big free agency destination. Can you beat Cleveland? Can you beat Boston in a playoff series? I do think it's tough. Now, you're lucky, I think, here that it's not the Western Conference. You don't have Wemby and the Spurs coming right at you. You don't have the OKC Thunder and so many of these good young teams and some of the best players in the NBA that are playing in the West that are in the East. So today, I'm going to try to save the Milwaukee Bucks' future before it's too late. Oh, isn't that great? Giannis suffers a strained right hip. He can play through it, but last year he suffered an injury towards the end of the regular season and missed all of round 1. So Shea wins MVP. Stephon Castle is your rookie of the year. Scoot takes home 6th man of the year. Giannis does win DPOY, which he's not going to get here in 2025. He ends up on All-NBA first team, 1 to 2 weeks left on the injury. I think Damian Lillard has been incredible for the Bucks this year. I think he's been better this year than he was last year in year number 1. It just feels like at times, though, when he's on the floor with Giannis, he's not as good as when Giannis is off the floor. And I don't know if it's like the traditional like big man point guard thing not working for them, and maybe it's having Giannis and Lopez out there at the same time can crowd the court a little bit, and maybe Dame is better suited with a more traditional center. So in 2026, do I play Giannis at the 5? I think all of those are going to be options. I think we maybe give Dame one more shot in Milwaukee, and then I may have to trade him at the deadline next year. I don't know. This is just so disappointing, and he's going to be out round number 1 against the Knicks. Like I said, the Knicks are fully healthy. They have played well against the Bucks this year, and they have their own issues. We did get Bobby Portis back from his suspension. I just can't say confidently that this team is going to go on a run. So let's see what happens here against the Knicks. Game 1 goes to New York. Brunson has 29. Giannis doing all he can, 28, 10, and 5. Damn, we lost by 1. Can we split the games in the Garden? No, we will lose the first 2. Karl-Anthony Towns drops 38. All right, game number 3 is our season over. Kevin Porter Jr. pinched nerve in the back. He's hurt. Yeah, we're down 3-0. We lose by 16. All right, well, Bobby Portis goes 4 of 11. AJ Green 0 of 3. You'll have to see it unless we come back down 3-0. Giannis is fully healthy. Nope, we ended up losing in 5. So we got gentlemen swept, which is another embarrassing way to go out. Giannis averaged 32 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists. We've become numb to these Giannis stat lines because he's been doing this for almost the last decade. And maybe I fire Doc Rivers. Shea just averaged 45 points in the WCF. That is insane. They beat the Lakers, which could definitely happen. And Cleveland beat Boston in 5. Thunder beats Cleveland, and they win the NBA Finals. All right, so this is about to be a very big offseason for us, and Brook Lopez does not retire. Okay, Luke Walton ends up retiring. LeBron and Chris Paul head to the Hall of Fame. Like, do I think Doc Rivers can win an NBA championship as a head coach again? Like, it's not impossible. A lot of it comes down on your players, but I do think he's got the track record in Los Angeles, in Philadelphia, even the end of the Boston tenure. It just really didn't work out. We also don't own much draft capital. Like I mentioned early in the video, the Nets are going to be getting our first round pick. That's coming in there at pick 17. That could be a crucial player we could have added to the squad. I just don't really know if there's a better candidate that I can convince to come here. And maybe there's a younger guy and they went that route with Adrian Griffin. It didn't work out. We got Doc Rivers and Darvin Ham. It's kind of like the meme coaching team. And I just don't know what team would want Kyle Kuzma right now. I really don't. So we don't even have a second round pick for this draft, but I think I'm going to try to get some. And we have a good working relationship with the Wizards. I would have liked to have AJ Johnson on this team. I'm going to try to trade Chris Livingston, a former second rounder, for 2 second rounders in this draft. And they're going to say no. All right. Could I maybe trade him to the Cleveland Cap? Well, they can't even afford Chris Livingston. All right. What about to the Memphis Grizzlies for 47 and 55? They're not even going to say yes to that. Wow. That's kind of crazy. I really don't want to include Tyler Smith in any deal. Would they do Tyler Smith for 2 seconds? I like Tyler Smith, though. I'd rather try to develop him. It's actually kind of crazy. I can't get 2 second rounders for Chris Livingston. What about a future second rounder and pick 43 from the Thunder? Okay, they were interested in him. So I got 1 second rounder that I can use that I think could help us win now a little bit more. I could take an upperclassman in college there. Like I said, I'm going to try to figure out a Kyle Kuzma trade. It might have to be after free agency. And the Charlotte Hornets won the lottery. They take Cooper Flagg. Dylan Harper goes to the Brooklyn Nets, a fantastic fit. VJ Edgecombe to Utah, Ace Bailey to Washington, and the Pelicans round out the top 5 with a trade, and they're trading it for down 1 pick to get a future pick, and OKC trades up to get Trey Johnson. And I'm going to be taking Tyrese Proctor out of Duke here with pick 43. He's NBA ready. He's an incredible shooter. I actually love this pickup for Milwaukee, something they should have probably did in the 2024 drafts, 2023. They just haven't really taken guys that are able to help them now, maybe outside of Andre Jackson, because they took a chance on Marjon Beauchamp to help. I guess he was more of a project play and a developmental guy with high potential, and they did a terrible job trying to build through him. So Pat Connaughton comes back on that player option. I just love Pat Connaughton on my team. Kevin Porter Jr. opts out. Bobby Porter's Jr. opts out. A lot of juniors. Pete Nance, shout out to the former Tar Heel. I don't think I'm going to give any qualifying offers here. So this is where we have to get a little creative with this team. Brook Lopez. The Spurs are interested. Could we maybe do a sign and trade with San Antonio? And we are going to get Brook Lopez there. I'm going to trade him to San Antonio. I'm going to bring back Gary Trent Jr. and I'm going to do a sign and trade with Bobby Portis. So I'm actually going to see if I can do Brook Lopez for Keldon Johnson, who doesn't have the best contract in the world, and we're taking a chance on him. Let's see if they would do this. I don't know. Like, I would throw you, I don't know, Tyler Smith in this deal as well. Actually, I don't think I need to. Let's try Brook Lopez for Keldon Johnson. They say no. I don't want to move AJ Green. Even for a future first, that's not that bad. Honestly, maybe I do that because it's a swap best with Atlanta in 2026. And I think I'm going to take the chance that Atlanta could be bad. And I'm going to miss AJ Green. Like, he's a good player and he's an underrated defender. But I think it's something I got to sacrifice here. The asset, the potential of that. Because I got to take swings with this team. And AJ Green will be a free agent next year. So we had Keldon Johnson, who will definitely not be a power forward. He's going to be a small forward. And I know it's kind of risky, but I'm going to make Giannis a center for us next year. And I'm going to try to see if I can get Taylor Hendricks, take a chance on him, coming off a gruesome injury, and a swap best between Cleveland and Minnesota in 2027. Not the best pick in the world for Bobby Portis. And we'll see if they'll take on Pat Connaughton. And I will also, I think, we'll just see if they'll do this. They're going to say no. They would want that swap horse, and I could take the Lakers top 4 protected pick instead. All right, thank you, Utah. We're going to do that trade. So I think I'm better off just making Kyle Kuzma the power forward and then hope he can get his efficiency up this year and get that trade value up, because I think that's really it. And I want to still at least try to develop the young core simultaneously with Dame and Giannis. We do have a little bit of money to spend here. I wouldn't mind Spencer Dinwiddie if I can get him on the minimum. I think that'd be a great pickup for us, a good veteran. And I'm also going to pick up Nickeil Alexander-Walker, getting a steal of a deal here. 2 years, $11 million. That's a phenomenal pickup for us. If I can also get Kenrich Williams, that'd be amazing. I get Spencer Dinwiddie. We get Amir Coffey and Kenrich Williams. So we are going to renounce the rights on Prince Porter Jr. I wouldn't mind bringing back Ryan Rollins. I just don't think I could physically afford him. I mean, he's asking for $4 million. I can't give him that. I can give him this. Would he accept it? Okay. So we are going to get Ryan Rollins back on a 1-year deal. All right. So player progression. Giannis goes down. Dame goes down, who could be traded this year. We'll see, because I can't afford him to leave for nothing. So if I don't think that we can win with Dame and Giannis, I think I'll opt into that player option, so I'm not worried about him leaving. Yeah, Dame could get traded. Keldon Johnson goes up. It's a different team for sure. All right, so is there any contract extensions to get done with? I mean, Giannis, we could do. Kuzma, no. Dame, no. Yeah, let's just keep it open for now. All right, so let's see what the 2026 team is going to look like. I like Dame and Naw in the backcourt. Keldon Johnson at the 3. We can go Kuzma at the 4 and Giannis at the 5. I'm going to go 36 minutes a night to Giannis and Dame. We can go 30 to Naw, 30 to Keldon Johnson, 26 to Kuzma. That may honestly change. Kenrich Williams can get like 10 minutes a night. Dame can get 10 minutes, or Dinwiddie can get 10 minutes a night. Gary Trent Jr. could be the 6th man. He can get 23. Let's go about 18 to Hendricks. And then I'd like to just see what Tyrese Proctor can do with 8 minutes. And then the final 13, let's give it to Andre Jackson for now, but we could definitely get Ryan Rollins or Tyler Smith in there. We are 4-star post-centric. Don't know if that's really what I want to do. Do I even want to go grit and grind right now? Slow down the offense? Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. It makes us tougher to come back from larger deficits. All right, our offense looks really good to start off the year. We drop a couple 130s. Giannis and Dame have pretty good starts to the year, it looks like. All right, so this team is 20 and 26. Yeah, we're not really competing here in the Eastern Conference. I think it's time to see if we can move Damian Lillard midseason. Giannis is having a good year. Dame is still having a really good year at age 35. I think Keldon Johnson is showing that he's not much of a shooter, but I think he's been fine enough. Like Kyle Kuzma, man, like the 3-point shot's been better. He's averaging 6 rebounds. He's dealt with some injuries. Nickeil Alexander-Walker has been good for us. Gary Trent Jr. shooting 42% from 3. I just need Giannis to be on board with like a 2-year buffer period before we compete for a title again or something like that, because I don't think this team is doing much this year. It's going to be really hard to trade Dame mid-season. All right, I'm calling up the Orlando Magic. Do they want to add Damian Lillard? They'll give me KCP, Cody Martin, Max Strus, but I take a chance on Anthony Black. I'm giving them basically veteran minimums and Damian Lillard. They're going to say no to that. I mean, I don't really have any draft capital to throw in, nor should I. I'm surprised they didn't want to do something like this. Like, I would throw in one of these guys. Like, do I want to throw in Gary Trent Jr.? Like, I would. Did that get it done? It does not. All right, I'm trying to think if the Miami Heat could give me Danny Wolf, who they just took in the first round. Oh, man, like Jeremy Grant, but the contract is so bad. And then I take on Wiggins. I don't think I want to do that, man. Like, this is tough. Maybe I just have to move Dame in the offseason after he opts in. You know what we could do? Actually, you know what I think I'm going to do is, it sucks, but I'm going to give Dame a 1-year extension so that player option opts in already, so then we can move him earlier in the offseason. We're going to be trading Kenrich Williams and Spencer Dinwiddie at the deadline to the Denver Nuggets, taking a chance on former Creighton Blue Jay Trey Alexander and Day'Ron Holmes, who tore his ACL or his Achilles in his rookie year. They're going to get some upgrades for their win now season, and we get Holmes on his rookie contract. And I'm also going to make an in-division trade. The Cavs are willing to move on from Jalen Tyson already, and we're going to send them Ryan Rollins, Jericho Sims in a future second. I'm just trying to build up assets for the future here, as this year feels like it's a wash. Dame's getting traded. Doc's probably getting fired. So Jokic wins MVP this year. Cooper Flag wins Rookie of the Year for the Charlotte Hornets. Anthony Simon, 6th man of the year. Maybe that's somebody we target in the offseason. Do we trade Dame back to Portland? Giannis wins back-to-back deep boys. Shout out to Jake Arabia. Actually, okay, 2K had a deserving most improved player for once. Not like Scoot Henderson in year number 2 or Amen Thompson in year number 2. Giannis ends up on All-NBA first team this year. Still incredible at 31. I still think we have somewhat of a window. But man, that 2021 title team is looking real nice right now that they were able to actually get it done. We ended the season as the 10th seed. I really hope our pick is a swap. I think it is. It might be with... I hope it's Portland, because both of us are pretty bad. Well, I don't know. Didn't I get... Oh, man, I got Atlanta's pick, and they were actually good this year. That sucks. Just put me out of my misery, Philly. Yeah, we lose in the first leg. I'm going to have to give away a lottery pick. That basically ends the Dame Giannis tenure. Dame's still had a productive year. I think I'll have no issue trading him in the offseason. I just don't think I'm going to get, like, the best return in the world. Noah was really good for us. I mean, he's going to probably be here. There might be a market for Kuzma. It's 1 year left on the deal. There might be a market for Keldon Johnson, actually. I think Taylor Hendricks showed some promise this year. Tyrese Proctor's rookie year got off to a rough start. It finished strong as well. And with the emergence of Nickeil Alexander-Walker, I may move Gary Trent Jr. also if I can maybe get a late first out of him. We'll see. The Cavs lose in the Eastern Conference Finals, so we don't have a rematch of last year. Pacers Thunder NBA Finals, and the Thunder win in 7, with Shea being your finals MVP. So we see Russell Westbrook retire. Brook Lopez retires, so I'm glad I got 1 year. I was glad I'm able to trade him because I got a late first rounder and I got Keldon Johnson for him. I thought about a Dame for KD trade at the deadline. It actually could make some sense, but I opted not to do it. And here we are at the draft lottery here. What pick am I going to be giving away? It is to the Pelicans, so I don't think that means it's going to end well for us. Maybe it's a swap, though, with the Pelicans, because we may have to give... I don't know. Let's just find out what we're giving up. So the Pelicans end up getting number 1 via Utah. That's kind of crazy. The Pelicans pick is at number 6, which means it was a swap. Thank God. So I do get the 10th overall pick in this draft. I also have the 21st pick via Atlanta. Next year, we have the Lakers top 4 protected pick as well. All right, so we are going to fire Doc Rivers, and we do have that 10th overall pick if we want to make a trade. Let's offer Joe Mazzulla a contract. Do we bring Jason Kidd back to Milwaukee? I mean, he kind of ruined Giannis' development the first time. Let's give Kenny Atkinson a deal. Let's give Mark Daigneault a deal as well. Maybe the Thunder are cheaping out for him. And I'm offering Taylor Jenkins and Will Hardy just in case I don't get any of those top guys. So I get Hardy, Jenkins, and Atkinson. This is easy. Kenny Atkinson, come on down. All right, so we are here on the night of the draft. Like I said, I could trade that 10th overall pick to try to build a better team around Giannis. I think, let's see who's on the board. And there is a chance this Dame trade happens the night of the draft. So the Pelicans get AJ DeBanton with the number 1 pick. The Bulls get Cameron Boozer at number 2. And Darren Peterson goes 3. If he was on the board at 4, I think I was going to offer Dame. I mean, maybe I still can get Dame and number 10 to Miami, and I can get Darren Peterson to come here. So Cole Pete actually just committed to Arizona today. I'm thinking about him, but I may go Darius Cuff here just in case, because I don't have a point guard on my roster that I feel comfortable in after we trade away Damian Lillard. And then here, I think I'm going to take Kareem Lopez here at 21. So let's sign both these rookies. So I don't mind this trade, actually. The Pelicans have a good team, right? They have Miles Bridges, all right, but they have Zion, AJ DeBanton. They can win right now with Herb Jones and these guys. they're going to try to elevate their core. They're going to go from DeJounte Murray to Damian Lillard. And DeJounte's coming off a good year, so it's not like we're downgrading a ton. And we at least get some type of asset in return for a, 36-year-old Damian Lillard. And I'm getting a top 3 protected pick in 2028 from the Pelicans. Like, I don't know if I could take any of these young guys. Like, could I snag a Malachi Moreno or an Elijah Arenas in the steal? Probably not. Like, I'd be willing to throw in Gary Trent Jr. and I would be willing to throw in, I don't know if you can, yeah, you can't take on Kuzma. Like, what about if I did Trent Jr. and Andre Jackson and I can get Elijah Arenas? I think I'd rather Elijah than that pick. All right, I could probably throw in one more guy, and that would be Tyler Smith. If they won't do that, that's fine. Like, am I being too greedy here? Maybe. Can I get another pick? What about if I throw in Gary Trent Jr. and I can get my pick back? Of course, you can't afford that. I mean, now I think I'm trying too hard. All right, Dame for DeJounte in that pick. Andre Jackson. What are we doing here? I hate after I try to offer a new deal, they come back at me with like a just even worse deal. I don't know. I could get quickly in a first, but I think I'm going to take DeJounte in a first. Welcome to the Bucks, DeJounte Murray. I'm sure Dame is thrilled right now. Or I mean, I'm sure Giannis is thrilled. So I'm going to be trading Kyle Kuzma and Gary Trent Jr. to the Charlotte Hornets. They're looking to get some more veterans on their team. I know maybe not some great ones, but we're getting Nick Smith Jr. and the Miami pick out of this deal as well, as Nick Smith Jr. did show some promise last year, and the Hornets were happily willing to do that deal. We're going to pick up the team option on Jalen Tyson, Taylor Hendricks, Deron Holmes, and Tyrese Proctor. I am giving Trey Alexander the qualifying offer, and do we have any money to play with here in free agency? We got a little bit. I wouldn't mind, I think, snagging like an Andre Drummond. We actually have like $3 million in cap space. So I'm going to be snagging Andre Drummond and Precious Achiuwa. I'm going to let Amir Coffey walk. We do have a $7.5 million trade exception from Dame. And we have built up some draft capital as well, as we do have a Lakers top 4 protected pick this year. We don't own our first, but we have a lottery protected Heat first. This swap best. We have a Pelicans top 3 protected there in 2028. Like, this team is not, oh man, it's not very good. And here we are at player progression. Giannis is up to a 96, DeJounte an 84, Nick Smith Jr. up to an 84 as well. I mean, this team defensively might not be great this year. All right, so let's re-sign Giannis just so I don't have to worry about it. He's going to be making a ton of money, like $60 million a year. And I'm actually going to be trading Andre Jackson and Trey Alexander to Minnesota for Xavier Lee, shout out Princeton, and a future first-round pick. They really wanted Andre Jackson. I didn't know if I had to cut anybody before the season starts. So it's going to be DeJounte, I guess Nick Smith Jr., Keldon Johnson. It's going to be Taylor Hendricks at the 4 and Giannis at the 5. The bench is going to look a lot different. Like, I may just go 10 minutes a night to Deron Holmes. I don't think Precious or Drummond is going to play. I'm actually going to go Naw at the 2, 30 minutes a night. Let's go 35 to DeJounte, 36 to Giannis. We could do about 25 to the forwards of Keldon Johnson and Taylor Hendricks. Nick Smith Jr. could be the 6th man. Maybe Jalen Tyson can break out with more minutes. I would like Tyrese Proctor to get about like 12 minutes a night. That's fine with me. And then I want to play some of the youngins as well. So let's give Darius Akuff about 17 minutes, and we can give Kareem Lopez about 6 minutes a night. Don't expect this team to be good. Like I said, Giannis, you just got to give me a few more years. I think maybe one more year after this year, just another full off season. Let's hope I'm not giving the Pelicans like a top 5 pick. All right, so we just passed the contract extension deadline. I didn't make any trades this year. I did re-sign Keldon Johnson, 2 years, $30 million. I think DeJounte Murray is going to be an interesting piece in the offseason because he has a trade, or he has a team option. So I could decline it, and I think I can create a max contract spot in free agency because that may be the only way to add. We need Giannis to do some recruiting. So I'm either going to decline it or we could trade him. Based off the year he had, I guess we'll decide that. So Giannis, man, I'm ruining top 5 seasons again. He's so good. He's 32. I think he would have been a free agent this offseason. So we'll see. Atlanta traded away Trae Young. Of course they did. And I'm sure they were really bad this year when they could have been bad for me last year. Giannis, also a top 5 defender in the sport. I am correct. Atlanta was pretty good there. The 6th seed. We are the 9th seed going up against Miami. I wouldn't mind being a first-round exit. I don't own my first-round pick, so I don't really want to give anything away too good. DeJounte Murray was fine. Maybe not as good as he was last year. Naw has been really good for us. I mean, I'm going to want to bring him back. The Pelicans are the 10th seed with Damian Lillard. Come on, man. Let's see how far they go. I don't even know if we're going to make it out of the play. And I care more about Dame. So I guess we did win our game. I know it didn't happen yet. Let's see. We ended up winning. All right, we stay alive here. Maybe we're not going to give that bad of a pick away. Nick Smith Jr. Pretty good. He shot 38% from 3. And let's see what happens here against the Indiana Pacers. We are going to get eliminated. So I'm going to have to give away a lottery pick, I believe, to the Pelicans. And yeah, they ended up losing to the Nuggets. So neither us nor Dame made the playoffs this year. And then you have a battle of number 1 overall picks from 2020 and 2021. Cade versus Ant in the playoffs, and the NBA champion is going to be Cade Cunningham, a division rival of us, wins in 7. So only Central Division teams have gone to the NBA Finals, and it's been 3 different ones, right? Cavs, Pacers, and Pistons. So it's either going to be us or the Chicago Bulls next year if that trend does continue. So Draymond gets his jersey retired. Draft lottery, just don't give them a really good pick. I forgot about that Lakers pick there at 7. So if that stays outside the top 4, we get it. Don't move up. Please, come on! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my god, that sucks. All right, well, I'm going to have to give away that Lakers pick to them. It is top 4 protected. We are going to also get, I thought, a pick. No, the Hawks get our pick at 14, I believe, from the DeJounte Murray trade. Funny how that works. I do have Cleveland's pick there at 25. Ugh, that is all from the Bobby Portis trade. Damn it. So I'm going to be realistic with the pick. I do have to give it back to the Lakers. That sucks a lot. Damn. Yeah, that hurts a ton. They're obviously going to take that. We're going to be fine with Kenny Atkinson moving forward. It just would have been nice to have a good first round pick in this draft, like number 5 or something. That would have been sweet, but I needed to get lucky with that happening. So yeah, Nick Smith Jr. also got a contract extension, which I could definitely move. He's a good young piece. We could definitely look to move him. They didn't like the fit with LaMelo and Nick Smith Jr., they told me. So let's start this draft. The Wizards at number 1 take Tyrone Stokes. Number 2 is going to be the Charlotte Hornets. They are going to select Brandon McCoy. And then number 3, the Lakers take Alex Costanza. And at number 25, I took Dwayne Aristide from Netherlands. Never heard of this person. Don't know if he's real or not, but he's going to be joining our team. Tyson, I'm going to pick up that option. Deron Holmes, 5.5. I mean, I think I can move him, so I'm going to pick it up. Tyler Smith, I'll pick it up. DeJounte, do I think I could trade him? I think so. It's a 1-year deal at $30 million. He's still a good point guard. He's only 30 years old, so we're going to pick that up. And then we're going to go after Jalen Green, Jokic, Towns, one of the big name free agents. So I'm going to send DeJounte Murray to Los Angeles for Bones Highland, who's making $6 million. Actually coming off not a bad year for them. Shout out to Bones. And I'm going to get a 2029 first round pick from the Pacers in this deal. We're going to be trading Keldon Johnson to the Memphis Grizzlies for Scottie Pippen Jr. and a 2030 unprotected first round pick. All right, like, could I sign Giannis or could I sign Jokic? I would have to free up about $26 million. Cat, I would have to free up about 24. So we still have some work to do. I could maybe get Jalen Green. He doesn't have a real offer yet, so that is somebody we're going to target. All right, so I'm going to do this trade with the Washington Wizards. It's going to be Nick Smith Jr. for Bob Carrington. Very similar in style, I think, at this point. We're just going to save money with this. So we're going to save about $13 million. And I think I'm also going to throw in maybe Precious Achiuwa in this deal and then maybe get a first out of it. They're going to say no, Daron Holmes, and you'll give me Con Knipple. All right, let's do that. So I'm going to take back about $12 million, but I'm also going to get off about $30 million. So we're going to do that, and I get some draft capital with that move. Kind of major for us. And I'm going to do this trade with the Raptors. I'm giving them Scottie Pippen Jr. and Xavier Lee. I'm getting not the best first round pick in the world, I think, in 2028. And I'm getting City Gay in this deal. So do I have enough to go after Jokic? I'm off by about $5 million because I got to at least get there, right? So I'm actually going to flip Bones Highland to Golden State for a first round pick. So I got 2 firsts for DeJounte Murray, basically. Yeah, let's give Jokic a deal. If I can get Jokic and Giannis in the front court, why not? Do I want Cat is a question. I think I'd rather pay like $30 million less for Jalen Green. So I would give Jalen Green that. I don't think anybody else has offered him a deal, so we're going to give him that. And then if we don't get Jalen Green, oh God, Tyler Hero, I don't really know. There's Dame. Like, I think I'd rather give, like, I could sign Shaedon Sharp and Jalen Green maybe. Because do I have any free agents? Taylor Hendricks is a free agent. All right, let's see. So I get Jokic. Okay, I think I have to do it, right? Which sucks because I got to renounce the rights on Hendricks, Walker, Drummond, basically everybody here, even Proctor. But it's Nikola Jokic. So we're going to make Giannis a power forward again. And that's my ticket out here. That's my lottery ticket out of here. Will it let me sign any of my old guys? Can I get Nickeil Alexander-Walker? I'm not sure. So I'm going to bring back Nickeil Alexander-Walker, about 2 years, $10 million. I know I made a lot of moves this offseason, so bear with me. We have Darius Sikuff Jr. We're going to be relying a lot on him as the starting one. We have Bub, Naw, and Kareem Lopez. We have Tyson and Con Knipple. We have Aristide right now, and then we have Giannis, Jokic, Tyler Smith, and City Gay. That's pretty good. And then I'm also going to sign Dante DiVincenzo, former Buck, to a 3-year deal worth $30 million. We also have a $25 million trade exception from DeJounte Murray, which is nice. Can also offer Jaden Hardy a 2-year deal. Like, I just want more depth on this team. And boom, there we go. We get Jaden Hardy. So I'm going to make Giannis a power forward again. Yeah, this team has changed so much throughout the years of this video. So here's the team. We're kind of young, honestly. We just have DiVincenzo, Giannis, and Jokic that are above 30. And I'm going to try to lock up Jalen Tyson right now. So yeah, unfortunately, we did lose Taylor Hendricks, but that's fine. Like, I added Nikola Jokic and Giannis. Let's see how it works out. So Tyson's going to start at the 3. I think he's going to get 25 minutes. I would like to go probably 30 to the backcourt of a Cuff and Carrington. We're going to have DiVincenzo off the bench. Maybe Tyler Smith will crack the rotation. We'll see. I got Con Knipple getting about 17 minutes. We'll go 22 to DiVincenzo, 15 to Lopez. I feel like I want to get Nickeil Alexander-Walker in the rotation as well. And let's just hope for the best this season. So let's see how the duo of Giannis and Jokic is going to do. Great. You know what? Thank you, 2K. Thank you for the best start in the world. So Giannis just won MVP here in 2028 with Nikola Jokic as his front court partner. Darius Cup Jr., most improved, and Kenny Atkinson got coach of the year. I have 2 top 5 players in the sport. If we do not win it all, I will be so sad at the end of the year. Giannis is a top defender, and we ended up as the 1 seed here in the Eastern Conference. We got to continue the trend of Central Division teams winning it all. The Cavs were really good. We had a 14.9 point differential. We won 68 games. We were the best team in the regular season. Like I said, headlined by Giannis and Jokic. Jokic missed some time earlier in the year. We have great complementary pieces. Tyler Smith finally breaking out on this team. Unfortunately, Nickeil Alexander-Walker wasn't great this year, and Con Knipple is kind of looking like a bust a little bit, but either way, we are going to be good enough, in my opinion, to win it all. All right, so to come up with the playoff rotation, I don't think, even though Jaden Hardy was great, I don't really know exactly who's going to crack it. Well, yeah, Con Knipple is not going to be playing here in the playoffs. It's going to be, I mean, DiVincenzo was great for us this year. I think I'd rather start a Cuff at the 1, and then we're gonna have Bub start at the 2, and then DiVincenzo I think be the 6th man, and then Con is gonna go to the bench. We are gonna get Jalen Tyson in there as a starter. We can go about 15 a night to Tyler Smith and Jaden Hardy, maybe 13 a night to Tyler Smith. DiVincenzo can get about 25 minutes. Kareem Lopez was fine this year, but he's gonna get around 15 minutes. We're gonna go 36 to Jokic. We'll do 37 to Jokic and Giannis. I got about 31 minutes here. Yeah, Jalen Tyson was pretty good. Let's go 26 to Tyson. I'd like to go probably 35 to Carrington and a Cuff here for the playoffs. And the final 2, I'm going to give it to Dante DiVincenzo. All right, let's see how far this team could go. We're taking on the Indiana Pacers, a good team in round number 1. They got Derek Queen and Ivica Zubac there at the 5. Why were they up 2-0 against us, really? Oh my God, man, I hate 2K so much. 3-2. Oh, please win game 7. Why? How do we win 68 games and then go down 3-1 with Jokic and Giannis? Nobody's hurt either. We're at full strength. All right, please have a good end to the 3rd quarter. Okay, it's all right. We're up by 12. I'd rather be us. Okay, there we go. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is insane. This is insane. I don't know. Take a picture right here. I'm glad I was able to pause it because it was, I think, 20-0. And then I was like, oh my God. And then it's 30-0. They haven't scored. What? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is the craziest thing I've ever seen, I think, in 2K. This is insane. What? It was close before this started. This is actually incredible. All right, well, let's see how far this can go. I don't even know. Are they going to score? 31-0, 32-0. Oh my God, that is insane. 32-1. That is crazy. That is crazy. All right, well, we're going to be winning this. Let's go. We ended up outscoring them 41-7 there in the 4th quarter. Jokic with a 30-point triple-double. He's off to a really good start. Giannis 22, 12, and 6 in that series. We're moving on to take on the Washington Wizards. Team we've made a couple trades with before. Deron Holmes and Jokic used to be teammates. Nick Smith Jr. over there. Precious Achiuwa over there. All right, so taking on the Wizards, a team. Okay, well, there goes Kareem Lopez. I was going to say a team we should beat. I'm okay with, like, Kareem getting hurt. Obviously, it sucks that he's hurt, but there's some other players that I think would be a little better. So let's get Naw in there. Or do I get Knipple in there? I think I trust Naw a little bit more. All right, game 1 against Washington. We win. We were down 3-1 last series. Oh my, and we came back down 3-1. 67 combined between Jokic and a Cuff. Game 2 goes to Milwaukee. We win by 17. How many assists is a Cuff averaging? 8.3 here in the playoffs. Game 3 goes to Washington. Game 4 goes to Milwaukee. Game 5 to Washington. Okay, thank God we win in 6. I'm nervous because like the Cavs are better than those 2 teams, and we had to beat the Pacers in 7 and the Wizards in 6. I'm not sure if the Cavs have any injuries right now. It looks like David Roddy's got a minor injury, but they're fine. They're a good team. Jalen Tyson versus his old team, so they win game 1 by 16. I guess no matter what, a Central Division team is going to the finals again. We win game 2 by 31 points. Game number 3, we win. Game 4, please win this one. Let's go. We're up 3-1, and we are going to win in 5. So we lost game 1, and then we win 4 in a row. So for the 4th straight year, a different Central Division team is going to the NBA Finals. Jokic is your conference finals MVP. Jokic versus Shea. The Thunder beat. Oh my God. I wish we were going up against the Mavericks. They have Damian Lillard. Oh, that would have been sick. They still have Kyrie and AD. All right. Can we beat the Thunder? We win game 1. There we go. 134-118. Game 2 to the Bucks. Game 3. Okay. Jokic has a major shoulder injury. He could play through it. Oh, thank God we took a 2-0 lead. And we take a 3-0 lead. Jokic with like a separated shoulder, 33 points. No issues there. And we win in 4. Let's go, baby. Let's go. We struggled in the first 2 rounds. And then we go 8-1 in the final 9 games, basically, to beat the 2 best teams we went up against in the playoffs. That is what I am talking about. And Giannis and Jokic get a ring together. And they may go down as like the 2 best players from this generation. Let me know if you guys did enjoy this video by dropping a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you think the Bucks should do to fix their future. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.